Hello everybody! Today I have a project that I made for American Crafts using the Dear Lizzy Fine Dandy line. I'm making a card in this video using that mink foil in pink. I have that gold #1 from the ephemera pack or the die cut pack, the yellow honeycomb ball, and these two pretty papers. The one with the candles is called Make-A-Wish, and the pretty vellum is called Hooray, and it's with the gold numbers. I'm also going to be using the 6x6 paper pad, and I used my Silhouette Cameo to cut out a couple designs that I just designed in Photoshop. So I have what looks like a black rectangle there, and I printed it on the back of that paper, and I also have that little sunburst that I printed on the back side of this, and that paper is called Shenanigans, and I printed it out of that pretty yellow 4x4 square. And then I printed another sunburst on the back side of one of the 6x6 pieces because the back side's white and I wanted a white paper. So I just chose the back side of one of the 6x6 papers that I didn't think I would necessarily use. And then that paper is called Charming Charade, and I just printed the black rectangle on just straight onto that paper. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to print black onto something with my laser printer in order to be able to use the Minc. Because as you know, the foil sticks to a laser printed items. Um, so I printed the happy birthday and the one, and I went ahead and sandwiched them in between a piece of copy paper and cut out the pink mink foil. And I'm going to go and run it through my laminator. And I came back and I'm going to pull the foil off, and you'll see that the foil stuck to those letters. And that's how I got the pink foil on the letters that I designed in Photoshop and printed out with my laser printer. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off to get ready to use in my card. I'm going to use this Make-A-Wish paper for my base, and I'm cutting it down to I believe it's pretty close to 5x7. I think it's like it's 10 inches wide and I think 6.5 inches tall. And then I'm printing the Hooray paper with this gold vellum the same size. Again, I believe it's around 6.5 inches tall and about 10 inches wide. And I'm going to go ahead and fold those in half, and I'm basically just going to sandwich them together because I thought it would look really cute. This is going to be a birthday card for someone special who's turning 1, hence the #1, and so I like the combination of the numbers with the candles for a birthday card. And then again, since this is kind of summery themed, I wanted it to have that really great, summer colors and summer kind of feel. So I'm just attaching my letters to, my letters to my card just to say happy birthday. And I'm just using a wet adhesive here. Now, this is the more time-consuming way to do it. The easiest way to do it would be to actually take this Make-A-Wish paper and run it directly through my laser printer so that the happy birthday was printed in black onto that sheet of paper, and then I just ran that whole sheet of paper through the laminator with the pink foil. The reason I didn't do that is because I'm assuming most people don't have a laser printer at home, and I wanted to show you that you can have something like this that you designed or downloaded from the Silhouette store or American Crafts or whatever. You can have it printed at a copy shop like Staples or Office Depot, and then print it up at home and uh, cut it out yourself, fussy cut it, or cut it with a Silhouette Cameo. So so now I'm taking my little sunburst, and the whole point was I wanted this to basically be like happy birthday, and I wanted it to have a summery feel, so I figured that the sun would basically imply that it was kind of like happy birthday, sunshine, and I thought that that would be really fun. And so as you can see, I'm taking the honeycomb ball, and my plan is to sandwich it so that it fits directly on both sides and folds with the card so that when you open up the card, it pops up and then there's this pretty little sun. And I thought it would be perfect for like a little 1-year-old because it'd be kind of interactive and fun. But I also like it myself. Like I just think it's really fun. So just to add a little bit extra color and emphasize that it's supposed to be a sun, I now am just adding in the little sunburst with the yellow pieces. Um, and you can see here, I mean, you know, I'm figuring this out as I go along, so I kind of am attaching them down and guessing where they go, and I end up moving them and fiddling with them just a little bit because the honeycomb ball, I believe, is about 3 inches in diameter, and I want to make sure you can see some of those rays, some of those yellow rays, so I'm kind of moving them up a little bit. And that's about where I want it, so I'm going to go ahead and I ran that through my sewing machine just now because I wanted to attach the vellum to my card base, and I wanted to be able to um, have it flippable so that I didn't necessarily have to have the vellum flush with the base of my card, so that it kind of had more like a book kind of feel to it. And so that's why I just ran it through my sewing machine. And I think it's kind of fun. Like I feel like this would be a cute base for like a little journal or a mini book. And so I used gold for the inside thread and white for the outside thread. And here you can see I'm kind of fussing with the number ones. Now she is turning 1 and not 11, and so because of that I end up using the pink colored foiled number 1 instead of the gold number 1. But I definitely, originally was thinking I would use both, and obviously, if you're not going to go out and design a number 1 and print it out, then I think that that gold number 1 would look really cute in place of this for the card. And so that's basically what my card looks like. When I give it to her, I'll write a little note on the inside, and then you can kind of see the fun, like little interactive bit and in depth that that has there. And I think I'm done, so I'm going to zoom in and show you some of the details. I popped up my one, and I'm going to be handing this to her in person, obviously, so I don't mind about the bulkiness. Um, but I end up going and grabbing the Dear Lizzy Fine and Dandy chipboard thickers, or the chipboard shapes right there, with a little bit of the pretty gold. And I decide that I want to add that hello to the front, just to add another kind of fun element. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that up so that it's the same height as the one, since I popped the one up. And I think I might want to add something to the inside, so I fuss with some more of the shapes, but basically this is how my finished card looks. I end up not using anything else. So that is pretty much it. I do show kind of fussing around with the candles because I do think that they would be kind of cute on the inside, but in the end, I end up just leaving it plain. So again, I made this as a card, but I think this would be super cute, like, because it is kind of like a little book. I think it would be, make a cute base for like a little mini book, or even just adding in a few extra photos, maybe of like a baby's first year or whatever. So I'm going to go on to my next video here in a minute, and thanks so much for watching, you guys. I have 2 more.